Hey guys, here's what we're going to be making today. It is this little peas in a pod plush, and the peas do come out, as you can see. And this has been requested by a lot of you guys for quite a while now, but I was kind of put off doing it because I thought it would be quite difficult. But I'm happy to say that it's actually a pretty easy plush to make. The most difficult part for me was making the template, but you guys won't have that problem because you will be using mine. So I really hope you guys make this, and I'm just going to get started with the tutorial. To make the peas, you will need green felt, green thread, black thread, the template which you can download in the video description, fabric scissors, a sewing needle and some stuffing. First, use your template to cut out 4 of these shapes. Now thread your needle with black thread and sew on a face onto one of your pieces. Remember, you don't have to do this face. I do have a whole video on how I sew my faces, so I will link that in the description bar below. Now thread your needle with green thread, and placing 2 of the pieces back to back, start to sew along one of the edges using a blanket stitch. Once you've done that, it should look like this. And next you need to take another one of your pieces and attach these 2 edges together, again using a blanket stitch. Then once you've done that, attach the final piece. Before you sew all the way up, remember to add some stuffing and sew up the gap. And then once you've done that, then your little pea is finished. We need to make 3 of these, so just go ahead and do the same thing 2 more times, and then I will come back to show you how to do the pod. Now to make the pod, you will need the template which you can download in the video description, green felt, green thread, a needle and some fabric scissors. First, trace around the template onto your felt. Then cut out the shape. You should get something like this. Now thread your needle with green thread, and taking one of these V-shaped slits, we're going to sew this edge and this edge together. It should look like this. Now do the same for the other 3. Now all along this edge, I'm actually kind of faking the blanket stitch because I like how it looks. And to do this, you basically just sew a blanket stitch, but you only do 1 knot instead of 2 knots. Those of you that know how to do the blanket stitch will probably understand what I mean by that. But the really important thing is that once you get to this point, right about here, you need to stop faking the blanket stitch and actually do a blanket stitch. So if you put these 2 pieces together, sorry, it's kind of fiddly. When you get to here, you actually need to blanket stitch this part. So here you can see that this part is a fake blanket stitch because it's only on 1 layer, but as we go along, this part is a real blanket stitch because it's on 2 layers. So you just want to carry on doing the blanket stitch until you get to this point where the fabric is joined together, and then cut your thread and start again along the other side. Now once you've sewn up both sides, it should look something like this. And now all you have to do is put the peas inside. And then once you've done that, then we are finished. So I think this plush turned out pretty cute. The only thing that I would change if I was to do it again is that I would try to use some thread that is closer to the actual felt colour. But I don't actually have thread that colour, so I can't really change that, but I would recommend that you guys do that if you have this colour. And yeah, apart from that, I think the pod is around about the right size. I actually made another one, which is here, but this one was like too big. Well, it's okay, but it just looked a little bit big. So I remade it and I made it smaller, and I edited the template as well, so you guys will get the right template. And yeah, so I really hope you guys make this plush. It's actually super duper easy, so that's awesome. And if you do, then please leave me a video response so I can see. So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye guys.